This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. We may be a comic duo, but we take mental health very serious. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and is completely online. BetterHelp is a network with over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, answer a few questions, and BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network.
You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom-picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/amp. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/amp.
How do we stop others from affecting our day? I forgot for a while. So, external influences are anything outside of ourselves, of our emotions that can affect thoughts, behaviors, our overall mood. Something happens and you go, I am so mad. I am so sad. This makes me so upset. Don't forget, like we talked about in earlier episodes, we own our emotions. So these outside influences can be subtle, or they can be overwhelming, or they could pile up, right? And we don't want them piling up, but it depends on how we allow them to impact us. So just some kind of common types of external influences will be people's actions and behaviors. For example, rude comments, someone cutting you off in traffic, which seems to happen a lot, but it might be because I have an office on wheels and drive everywhere. Maybe a coworker being overly critical, or they just do things that you feel are against you. Family members needing constant attention. It happens, right? Others' behaviors can easily trigger stress or frustration, especially if we take their actions personally, which if you're listening to this, you probably do, right? You let their negativity seep into your mindset. How about workplace environment? So again, types of external influences, not wanting to bring up things that are external, but I want to share some examples so that then we can go back and say, I'm not going to let this bother me. I'm not going to let it get into my mind, right? So workplace environment, tight deadlines, uncooperative coworkers, overwhelming workloads, unsupportive management. That's a big one right now for some reason. I don't know what's happening. It's a trend that we see even on the Clopen. We all just want to be more supportive, or we've lifted the bar a little bit where we need even more supportive management. So, people have to catch up. Workplace stress can often feel inescapable, leads to burnout. You're irritated, feeling overwhelmed. This wasn't what I signed up for. They don't pay me for this. If you're thinking things like that, you've come to the right place to listen. Social media and news, negative news stories, social media drama, comparing your life to the highlight reels of others. I am highlighting the word highlight. They highlight their top stories. Very rarely do you see someone going through a hard time and they say it was my fault. Very rarely. Oh my goodness, I was watching TikTok a couple nights ago and there's a battle between influencers right now. And I was just hoping that one would say, you know what, I'm just going to let this go. But they talk against each other. So, and then people comment like, well, I just came from this person's reel and they said that, oh my goodness, that is a huge influence on our brains. And it has nothing to do with us. It had nothing to do with me. It's just social media drama. And we have to step away from it. We're going to learn here today. It'll be quick, I promise. I'm not going to take too much of your Saturday. Constant exposure to negativity or unrealistic portrayals of life can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, or discontent. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Don't compare yourselves to other people's lives, especially those that are on social media. Environmental stressors is a big one I've heard, like loud noises, crowded spaces, poor weather. We're in the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest and it's 40 this morning. So traffic jams, untidy houses, untidy homes, and we just can't figure out how to, little tiny bits at a time, right? Just little corners at a time, try to do without getting completely overwhelmed. Environmental factors can create physical or mental stress, making it harder to stay focused. Calm, big word, calm, such a small but big word, or positivity throughout the day, right? All of that, environmental stressors can cause that. Unexpected events or interruptions. We kind of talked about that between being proactive and reactive. So car trouble, canceled plans, sudden illness, emergency at work. You can't help it, so you have to be reactive. And sometimes those unexpected disruptions throw off our schedule, leading to feelings of anxiety, pressure, heart rate, increased heart rate, frustration, disappointment, sadness, right? I feel like we've all been there on all of this. So how about expectations or pressure from society? Culture norms, pressure to meet certain milestones like marriage, careers, babies, or feeling judged by others for your choices, which we shouldn't, right? Because we're all different. There's millions and billions of people in this world, and we're all different. Expectations can weigh heavily, creating unnecessary stress or self-doubt as you try to meet these perceived standards. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. You do you. You do you. How about technology and information overload? I laugh with my mom and my aunt because they try to work their iPhones, and they're actually very good at it. But every once in a while, it's just like, I tried to send this picture and I can't. And we kind of laugh about it. But truly, the constant emails, the new technology out there, the notifications, the feeling pressure to always be available by our phones, that can cause a lot of stress. It's information overload. And we're trying to keep up with technology, and then that can cause stress too. So then we're reaching out to people saying, can you please help me? I'm so dumb. Blah. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. With technology, it's always in our hands, or it's always in our ears, or people are always talking about, hey, do you have socials? Let me follow you, all this kind of stuff. Information overload and learning the technology can cause mental fatigue, distraction, frustration, a sense of being constantly on, right? You have to constantly be available, leaving little room for recharge. I had that happen a couple days ago. We have the Clopen effect, we have anxiety, I have my books, I have just different social media platforms that I feel like I have to go on there and post things all the time. And I just had a couple days where I was like, nah, put the phone down. Put the phone down. Just don't do it. Don't do it today. Don't do it tomorrow. And it was great. It was a really nice recharge. And sometimes it's hard to do that. So we have to step back and say, what are these feelings and why? And for me, it was just, I was feeling overworked. So I watched a show, which I never do. I worked out. I hung out with family. I just did something without technology in front of me. How about financial stress? That's a very, very big one. I just saw a social media post of a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house in the area, and they were asking $3,500 for rent. That might be low, that might be high in your area. I don't know. For me, that was a lot to see. And then there was another one under it that was posting $2,500, and everyone's like, oh, that's about right. I was like, oh my goodness, that's just, so unexpected expenses, bills, debt, changes in income, rent, mortgage, anything like that. Car payments, money worries can easily overshadow your quality of life, causing anxiety, distraction, chest pain, sense of being out of control. Take it day by day. Take it day by day. Make the right choices for your finances. Every day you can step towards improving. A little bit here, a little bit here. Pay this bill down just a little bit. Try not to make more debt. We all know what we should be doing. Let's just keep trying to do our best on that. And we'll talk about that later in a different episode. How about some health challenges? You have a pain in your knee, you have a pain in your shoulder. It's like, do I go to the doctor? Do I not? Do I have a really bad cold? How bad is it? Do I go see a doctor? And then again, that goes under financial stress too, because doctor's bills. So health challenges are physical illness, chronic pain, mental health struggles. If you're here, maybe. Anxiety, depression, all the not so fun health challenges. Health issues, whether temporary or ongoing, they impact our energy levels. Right now, I am sick. I have not ran any more than 10 miles this year in 2024 because something's going on with me. I have surgery October 25th. I cannot wait to get on the healing train, and 2025 is going to be super different, but it's impacting my energy levels, my diet, my mood, my overall ability to cope with daily challenges because I just can't go out for a run right now. I do a few times a week, but it ends up being hiking, walking, running. And it all depends on how my body feels. So after October 25th, hopefully, because this is temporary, a lot of things are temporary, thank goodness, I'll be feeling better in 2025. Some people can't say that. Some people do have some chronic pain or illnesses, and it's very scary. But some days, take the day and just try to change your mindset just for the day, even for the hour, for the minute. You're here. We want you here. You keep fighting with those health challenges, okay? Just keep fighting. How about family dynamics and relationships? Whew. Conflict with loved ones, managing children's needs, supporting family members through their own challenges, right? We have ours, and then someone reaches out to us, and then we have to maybe walk in their shoes for a moment, and that's exhausting. And then, of course, right now, big one, culture and political climate. Right now, political debates, social justice issues, economic instability, the broader culture or political climate can definitely create underlining stress, tension. You may not even know that a video that you watched because you kind of forgot about it after you watched it caused maybe some pressure on the shoulders or in the chest, or it's kind of a frustrating state of the world. And, you may walk away from that video, but it still may be on you. So do we stop watching it, or we have to do our research, right? Because many of us vote. So always step away for a moment, take that calming deep breath, and then go back into the research if it's something that's really bothering you. If it's something that you can do something about, please do it. How about physical appearance and body image? Pressures to look a certain way, maintain a specific weight, meet societal beauty standards. My goodness, it's everywhere. It's all around us. Please do not let it dismiss your beautiful looks and the way you feel about yourself and your body image. You're amazing. You do everything you can every day to maintain what you want to maintain. No one else. No one else. Struggles with your body image can lead to a low self-esteem, stress, feelings of inadequacy, especially when constantly comparing yourself to others. Don't do it. We are all unique and we're amazing. Don't do it. Do what is best for you. If you like a certain lotion, if you like to wear makeup, if you don't, if you like to be natural, perfect. Do what you want to do. Today is a sweat day, like a sweatshirt day. Awesome. It doesn't matter if someone else is wearing a dress, or maybe today's a dress up day. You're going to a wedding. Be confident. Be confident. You spent the time to get ready. Go show it off. You have a lot to offer everyone. And then how about peer pressure? Feeling pushed to make certain choices by friends, colleagues, community, trying to conform to others' expectations. That can lead to stress, dissatisfaction, even feeling like you're living someone else's life because you're being pushed into this peer pressure type lifestyle. Don't do it. Do what you feel. Our guts, our stomachs, our chests, they tell us what's going on. I'll tell you a quick story on peer pressure. Everyone was going to a party a couple years ago because it was someone that had done a lot for the community, and let's dress up and let's do this. And for some reason, every time I thought about getting ready to go to this event, I had a stomach ache. And it wasn't the social aspect of having anxiety. It was truly like, this does not feel right. I just don't want to go. And so, the day of, I decided I can't do this to myself. I'm not going to go. And I immediately felt so much better, so much lighter. And I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. I heard how wonderful it was and maybe a little bit of gossip. And I was like, you know what? That's perfect. I didn't go. I didn't put myself through that. I went to a movie, I think, instead. Didn't even think about it. Didn't feel bad about it. You can make that decision for yourself. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And then the last one as an example is time management pressures. We get it. You have to have goals at work, at home, whatever it is. But if you feel overcommitted, feeling like there's not enough time in the day, juggling multiple priorities, I'll give you one more example. So I do pick a few groups to donate to every year. And I leave a little extra in the budget for anything else that comes up, friends, fundraisers, anything like that, or something, obviously an emergency, something happens, right? So I have my budget for that because I do love to give. It makes me feel good. Someone reached out to me and said, hey, we're doing this fundraiser. Do you want to donate this? Can you do that? Because we have both businesses, right? We have both podcasts. And first, it's good exposure for us. So that's why people reach out to us, which is fabulous that they think about us. But second, they have to understand we have a budget, and they know we do. Some people that write to us say, not sure if you're over budget yet or at your budget yet, but this is what we're doing. We have a silent auction for this person or this group or whatever like that. So something came through and I knew that I was already at budget, and they were emailing us over and over again. Hey, we would really love you to donate. It's great exposure for you. And they put in the, we'll make sure we mention you on and I felt like I was overcommitting. I couldn't do it. I was thinking, okay, well, what if I do put a basket together? I have to go shopping. I have to get this. I have to do that. I have to go get the gift cards. I have to let them know I have to drop it off. It is a big commitment. It is for a great cause, but I felt overcommitted. So I listened to myself. I apologized and I said, please remember us for next year. I will put that on the budget plans. No problem. The email stopped. They understood. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next year. And that was that. Time pressures, any type of overcommitment, it creates a system. It creates a sense of constant urgency, stress, making it hard to stay calm or focused. And it also makes it hard to stay on budget with the example that I shared. Because if you are a giving person, you have to have your boundaries. You really do. And I do it every year. In January, I say, this is what we're going to do. This is how much. This is what we're going to give. This is what we're going to do. We have the same ones that we donate to. It's been almost 4 years, so it's kind of the same ones. And then, of course, we have some extras that come in too. And we give back to the community. So each of these external influences can vary in intensity because every single person's different, but recognizing them allows you to take steps to mitigate the impact and regain control of your day. So let's just talk about not letting these outside sources take over our day. And we're going to talk about different ways to recenter, refocus, stay positive. Okay, so let's talk about it real quick. So there's just a handful of them. Set your boundaries early. I had to do that a couple years ago. I met with someone and realized we think very differently. We manage very differently. So I had to set my boundaries early. So for you, you can establish your boundaries with others, both in terms of time and energy. Perfect example. I had someone reach out to me and I had such a stressful day. I had so many things on my mind. And as they were sharing something and they needed some help with some solutions, I could tell I wasn't there for them. And I said, I really have to ask you a question. I am not mentally giving you 100%. Do you think we could meet up tomorrow morning and I will give you as close to 100% as I can? And that person said, absolutely. I don't have a deadline today. I appreciate it. And I woke up, I was refreshed, and I was at 100% for that person, and we were able to find some solutions. So set your boundaries if you're feeling overwhelmed. But then also if you want to give them some time because you don't want to feel bad that you didn't give someone time, you could do that. If the person's really causing you stress, though, establish those boundaries with them, clearly communicating what you will and won't allow. It becomes easier to keep track of your day, whether it's saying no to an extra task, or politely ending a conversation that's draining your energy. Oh my gosh. A friend of mine, we talk almost every day. Even if it's just 10 minutes, even if it's through text or whatever, we promised each other because we were both kind of feeding off of each other's energy and it was draining both of us. We promised each other that if we had something going on, we would ask that person, can I share something with you for about 5 minutes, but then I want a solution from you and we're going to work together. We're going to laugh at the end of the conversation. Do you know that it works? It worked because we know we're going to talk every day. We just know. I work with her and she's one of my very good friends. So we kind of have to balance, right? And sometimes something happens at work and we just have to go, can you believe what this customer did? And, it drains each other's energy, but then we focus, we recenter, we come back and we say, anyways, and we talk about the positive after we help each other through maybe something that might have happened through the day. It's amazing. Get yourself some friends that understand. Boundaries give you control over time. So they're hard though. Oh my gosh, they are so hard to set. For example, if there was someone that you just could not talk with anymore, and so you have to slowly start disconnecting, they're not going to understand. So be open with them. This drains my energy when you do this. Could we try this? And if they don't listen and they don't accept the boundaries, you have to keep taking things into your own hands. You have to distance yourself. It's hard, especially if that person's been around for a long time or they're a big part of your life or their family, but you have to learn to take care of yourself first because you can't take care of anyone else if you're not taking care of yourself first. So set those boundaries early. I don't know if all of you do this, but we have talked about it before, is mindful breathing, refocusing, recentering. My life coach gave a perfect example. She read an email from someone and she immediately was angry and frustrated. And she thought, nope, this is not going to break my day. I'm going to step away for a few minutes. She took some inhales, 4 counts, hold it for 4, exhale, kind of felt herself standing on the carpet, then sat back down and felt the chair, and then felt her heart beating and felt the breaths and was grateful for what her body does automatically. It immediately relaxed her. And then she was able to go back to the email, read through the facts and say, oh, why was I so upset? I'm just going to write them back like this. It really does help. If you've never tried it, please try it once, even if it's just this week. If you read an email, if you read a text and you immediately feel yourself going, whatever you want to say, or what did they mean by that? Put the phone down, close the laptop, and walk away for a moment. Take some mindful, deep breaths. Walk outside for a minute. Go listen to the birds. Go listen to the wind. Listen to the trees and the leaves that are turning just for a moment. It does not have to be long. It doesn't have to be dramatic. No one even has to know that that's what you're doing. You're just out there. Or if you're at an office and can't get outside because you really do have to write this person back, timing, right? Another stressor. Walk to the bathroom, run the water, listen to the water running. Again, listen to your breathing and to your heartbeat. Be grateful for what you have. And then step back, a little more calm, read through the facts, and then respond whenever you're ready. Reframing a situation. This one's tough for me, so I wrote a whole bunch of notes. When someone tries to throw off your mood or control your day, please ask yourself, is this worth my energy? And I have to remember that because I'm not very good at it. I immediately just get upset, sad, mad, whatever the feeling is. And I have to ask myself, is this worth my energy? And I have to shift my mindset to see the situation in a different light, walk in their shoes, or just whatever it is. Instead of reacting emotionally, I have to view it as an opportunity to practice patience and kindness. Kindness. My life coach reminded me of that. Why are you always so mad at certain people? Just be kind to them. We don't know what they're going through. She is so right, which is why she's probably a life coach. If someone's rude to us, reframe it as them having a bad day and you just so happen to be in their way. Don't take it personal. I work in retail and sometimes customers just come up and go, and they're yelling at me. And I think to myself, something else is going on here. So let me just help them find the one thing that they need that is really going to make it better for them. And then I'm going to go on my way and it's not going to affect me. I reframe the situation. So don't let anyone throw off your mood or control your day. Okay? You control your day. You control your emotions. Just like with the mindful breathing, go take a break. Sometimes stepping away from a situation is the best way. Sometimes you just have to say it. And sometimes saying it out loud, putting it into the universe is great. I'm stepping away for a moment. I will be back refreshed. 5-minute walk, stretching, grabbing a drink of water, short breaks, and then return with a fresh perspective. How about positive affirmations? When the day starts to feel overwhelmed, let's say to ourselves, I control how I feel. I choose peace over stress. It can be very empowering. I am beautiful. I am patient. I am kind. I am the best for this job. Whatever it is, I am doing my best as a parent. I am doing my best as a spouse. Whatever it is, whatever your situation is, speak it out into the universe because your mind will listen. Focus on what you can control. You cannot control other people's actions or other things that happen. You can't control it. So control how you respond. Don't immediately fly off the handle. Don't immediately get mad. Try to listen or read the email and just pull the facts. Sometimes the way that people present things to us, they're already angry, upset, sad, and we may take that internally. Don't do it. Focus on what you can control and control how you respond. Take that deep breath, walk away for a second, and respond when you're ready, no matter what the situation is. We've mentioned this before, so keep practicing your gratitude. When someone's actions disrupt your day, it's easy to focus on the negatives. Counteract that by practicing gratitude. List a few things that you're thankful for. Think about a few things that you're thankful for. Type it out, even in the midst of frustration. A small mental shift can bring immediate relief and positivity. So yesterday, my life coach said, if you're okay over the weekends, but work kind of brings in some stress, like let's say Monday through Friday, add something into your calendar with an alert that says, take 4 deep breaths at noon, lunchtime, and have it alert you. It may interrupt something that's going on and you go, oh, what's this alarm for? Oh, take 4 deep breaths. Walk away for a second, take 4 deep breaths. Or put positive affirmations that alert you on your calendar in your phone. All of a sudden, you have an affirmation that comes up that says, you are beautiful. You are doing great. Wouldn't that be great? Do it for yourselves. Or I'm sure there's apps out there. I don't have one, but I'm sure some of you have apps out there that it'll give you a notification and it'll say, you are amazing. Or even more detailed. If you want to write yourself something more specific, write to yourself and put it to your calendar. And then have it come up every month or every week or every day, whatever you need. And kind of along that line, anchor your day with intention. So start your day with clear intentions, whether it is staying positive, being productive, maintaining inner peace. I'm working on that. It's tough right now. I don't know why. It's just something I have to work on. And then when things go off course, return to that intention that you started with as a guiding light. Say it out in the universe. My intentions are to stay positive today. Or no one's going to make me mad today. And when you start to get upset, say, oh, wait, I woke up this morning and said my intention was I'm going to stay positive. For an example, you can say, today I will stay grounded and not let others dictate my emotions. And then just to end the day on a positive note and to end the day with gratitude, as we've mentioned before you fall asleep, reflect on how you handled the challenges of the day, especially if you won the day. If you didn't win the day, you're going to win it tomorrow. So maybe go through that as well. Celebrate your small victories, even if they were just moments of patience or calmness, or you're proud of yourself for walking away for a few minutes, or you're proud of yourself for walking outside and taking 4 deep breaths, or you're proud of yourself through smiling through the pain, or you're proud of yourself for just maintaining focus with difficult people and keeping on track or keeping towards that goal. It reinforces that you are capable of maintaining control over your day, regardless of external influences. So don't let anyone or anything take over your day. Talk to you next time.